Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching.
Oh, got the dark camera again. The dark camera. Oh well. Guess you don't get to see him tonight. Not sure what happens when it loses connection. Oh wait, I know what it is. Hold on a second. I think it's my Wi-Fi. I have to have it on a specific Wi-Fi. I'm going to see how it works. I think I can switch it right midstream because that's not using that anyway. All right, let's see. So I just connected that one. Now if I go back over to the dog screen. Not yet. I don't know. Guess they're not really there. Guess it's not going to be able to see the dogs. They're sleeping anyway, so. Oh, am I too low? Okay, hold on. Oh, you have me wrong. How about now? Is that better? They had me on the wrong input device when I came in. I'm not even sure what that was on before. Testing. It's still really low, though. I can see that. Ah, there we go. All right. Yeah, I had to reboot, and it sets it way down to 30% audio. It's like, it's so ridiculous, that level. Hey, thanks Plato, and hey, Nikki Zubs got her Freak Star, 24 months there. And how's it going? Who's your mama? Lisa Parson, Linda Howell, Irene Cipher, Vegas Andrews, Tish Pom Fritz, Missy Six, Leah Cash, Tanya Wampler. I'm Jake. This, I think, State Farm guy. Kubi, Chicken Wing, Cindy J, Plato, everybody else. All right, but yeah, you guys, tonight is the 29th, and last night we had just a horrendous night in here. So if we guys can, try to reach a goal tonight, maybe that's possible. Trying to get into our donation night with some momentum, but we've gone backwards. So if you guys have the ability to, that'd be great. Throughout the show, we've got the buy me a coffee, etc. But yeah, not sure what's up. So let's see. How about we'll start off with the Roy Whited case. All right, so these aren't the big popular ones, you guys. Like that's not on the title. That's why there's only 131 people watching. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Herbert Landscaping. So it's Roy Whited. His is one of those ones where somebody just vanished, like alien abduction almost. You know, it's like it just disappeared off the face of the earth. It's crazy. So he went missing back in May 3rd, actually. Herbert Landscaping, for all your landscaping needs. In upstate New York, of course. Now everybody says that. You guys notice that? Like everybody types it in. If I don't say that every time, everybody else types it in. I guess that's your jingle now, Herbert. Or not Herbert, but you know. I actually always forget your actual name because I read that so much more often. What do you mean this is my community? We're just doing a show right here. Hello. All right, here we go. The search for a beloved former White County basketball coach will continue in full force today as members of the community, that community, is that what you're talking about? Of the community, converge on the lovely road property where Roy Whited, or Lovejoy, I was going to say lovely. What do you mean? It's kind of it's Lovejoy Road. His address is not on Ben Verified, but I saw it mentioned somewhere else, so I found it. And actually, I would have just found it by going up and down the street and finding that home that you see on the screen right there. Whited went missing on May 3rd, 2024, according to White County Sheriff Steve Page. There have been exhaustive searches and in-depth investigative work in an attempt to locate Whited. However, no clues have been uncovered. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird, actually. Hundreds of volunteers will arrive at the Lovejoy Road property at approximately 8 a.m. today and will continue to search until 5 p.m. Sheriff Page has implemented strict guidelines for the volunteers to ensure their safety. The area that will be searched has overgrowth that is waist high and above and is infested with snakes. Jeez. Volunteers must sign a release form before. Well, that's when you know you're searching in a weird place, is when they want you to sign some release forms. Hey, thanks Tracy Harrison and Chicken Wing. This is an ongoing investigation, and Sparta Live will only release official information from Sheriff Page. Right. Yeah, so like here's these images. I don't know if it allows you to. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, just different shots from outside. You know what's weird is there's surveillance footage of the car pulling in, and it's strange how like it's hard to picture where the actual house is that's filming it based on what you're looking at, but it's so grainy I don't even know. It seems like you're seeing it pull into the driveway. That's what they say, but there's no really there's not a great place for there to be a camera anywhere around there. All right, get rid of that one. These are just, that was from a long time ago, and then I'm sure there's other articles, but I'm just going to ones that I found that seemed like they had more information. This one's from September. He went missing in May, and that's him right there in the picture. Beloved Middle Tennessee pastor, basketball coach vanishes without a trace. The popular Middle Tennessee pastor and state champion basketball coach has disappeared off the face of the earth. I mean, that is what it seems like. Roy Whited, a big name in Sparta, Tennessee, a man who also almost everyone knew, so how in the world did he vanish without a trace? As one of his dear friends told Fox 17 News, it's as if he was abducted by aliens. That's how suddenly and completely he disappeared. Of course, no one actually believes that. So what happened to Roy Whited? That question has caused many sleepless nights. Whited is a big personality, the pulpit pastor at the Roset Church of Christ, a local realtor and flamboyant auctioneer. He was also a state champion basketball coach at White County High School in the late 90s. His best friend and former student, Pastor Brad Walker, describes Roy as a second father. He would go into a room and just command the room. He was funny and gregarious. He'd tell stories. He would pat everyone on the back. He would know everyone's name, etc. A Ring doorbell camera catches Roy pulling into his White County driveway. I think this is the one that actually has video. Let's see.
Almost everyone knew. So how in the world did he vanish without a trace? Fox 17 News' Dennis Ferrier walks us through this puzzling missing persons case in tonight's Ferrier Files.
As one of his dear friends told me, it's as if he was abducted by aliens. That's how suddenly and completely disappeared. Of course, no one believes that. So what did happen to Roy Whited? That question has caused sleepless nights.
Roy Whited is a big personality, the pulpit pastor at Roset Church of Christ, a local realtor. Flamboyant.
Look at you got this person, AJ Miller, showing up here, just a troll of all trolls, making comments to ensure that they get blocked, but pretending that he got blocked because it's just the way it is over here. Okay, that's the classic passive-aggressive nonsense. Nice try there, AJ Miller. Nice try.
An auctioneer. He was also a state champion basketball coach at White County High School in the late 90s. His best friend and former student, Pastor Brad Walker, describes Roy as a second father.
He would go into a room and just command the room. He was just funny and gregarious. He'd tell stories. He'd really pat everyone on the back. He would know everyone's name, and he would just literally command the room.
Hardly the man you are about to hear about who exited so quietly. A Ring doorbell
Yeah, so like here's the Ring doorbell. See,
catches Roy pulling into his White County driveway on Friday, May the
see, it's interesting, right?
3rd.
Because you can kind of see, like, you look at that image, and I think that's like his house right there, and that's the driveway. You know, so you go up in the air. I mean, I have it right here. This is his house. And you'd think that camera shot came from like this position because the car had to drive into that driveway, right? See, it's like it's going that way. And then there's this, whatever this is, like a road, you know. That's just bizarre. It's almost like backwards or something. Yeah. It's almost as if there's a camera way over here filming. And maybe it's actually right there on that thing. That would make sense. Right on that pole. Let's go look. Okay, that could make some sense. Let's see. Is there a camera right at the top of that? Because that would almost make sense. Ish. Except that road looks really far away from the pole, you know, so that wouldn't be there. I don't know, man. Really, really weird stuff. Because this is usually on the visual. So kind of like it goes this way and then turns and goes that way. And then, you know, so is it way over there on that house? And then somehow, yeah, I mean, I guess that's possible. Can you even see it though? From, yeah, I don't know. So how about that? See, the road doesn't make sense from that angle. You see, it's just something's not quite adding up in terms of the surveillance camera.
Later that day, he is seen walking down his street, Lovejoy Road.
Yeah, he's just seen walking down the road.
2 days later, he doesn't show up for Sunday service. Neighbor Doug Watts goes into the house, everything undisturbed. Phone sitting in the charger.
I called 911.
I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
Explained it to them. They were here pretty fast. I mean, they had a...
Yeah, it doesn't make sense regardless of where it's mounted or anything. I mean, I'd have to... the road portion doesn't curve the same. Isn't correct. It almost feels like it's coming from over here, except he doesn't turn in this way. He goes over here. He goes that direction. I mean, did he go into there first accidentally, or... and then it was filmed? I don't know. Doesn't make sense. And I guess he could have pulled into there and then turned around and went over here.
A real good turnout. All kinds of dogs and helicopters and sheriff department and highway patrol. Made a thorough search and flew all around, you know.
100 people searching into the night, and then another massive search. A week later, over 2,000 acres. Nothing. His brother, Lynn Whited, is just beside himself.
I can't sleep, I eat because of anxiety, but it's so stressful, you not knowing, just that every waking minute you're just thinking, where could he be?
Roy Whited, last seen walking down his own street, Lovejoy Road. He had on his cowboy boots. It didn't seem like he was walking for exercise.
I do live streams every single day. Yeah.
Well, then what was he doing? Where was he going? That's the problem.
I don't know if I can continue to do the live streams every single day, but I've been doing that for a long time, but I'm not getting the same support that I used to.
If he killed himself, there would be buzzards and all that grim evidence, so that's ruled out. The search was thorough, immediate, and urgent. No one waited to look for this beloved man. So all you have is that gap, seen at 4:30 on Lovejoy Road, no other sightings. What happened at the end of that walk? Something. Because Roy White had disappeared, and that just doesn't happen unless something happened.
Right, like he just disappeared. And like nobody's chatting, and it's just already dead in here. Like 2 minutes in, it's dead as a doornail. You know. And I'm about to give up on this. All right, here's the SpartaLive.com. Friends, concerned residents, and former White County high school basketball player who were coached by Roy Whited more than 2 decades ago gathered at WCHS Gym on September 17th to hear updates about the search for the beloved community member who disappeared more than 4 months ago. Well, thanks, Allison Faye. Whited was reported missing May 3rd, 2024. According to White County Sheriff Steve Page, at the time of Whited's disappearance, there were exhaustive searches and in-depth investigative work in an attempt to locate him. Whited, a few days after Whited disappeared, or within a few days after he disappeared, hundreds of volunteers searched the Lovejoy Road property where the former coach resided. The area that was searched was overgrown, has overgrowth that is waist high and above. Brad Walker, a member of the state championship basketball team approximately 25 years ago that was coached by Whited, addressed the crowd at the September 17th gathering and explained that he wanted to ensure the public search for Whited was still active. Walker, who was also the pastor of the First Baptist Church of Sparta, explained funds had been raised. I don't know if I can't afford to do it, Tracy Harrison. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I can go do something else, make video after video and maybe build that up. Because I've been doing these shows. Like last night, we didn't even come close to the goal. Tonight started off, okay, and then just horrendous after that. We're going to struggle again, and it's just getting to the point where I don't know what to tell you. And I try to cover random cases. Nobody shows up for those. I mean, in terms of numbers, and not sure. Don't give up. Yep. Yeah, I don't know, man. It was, This month, the revenue brought in is half of last month. Okay? Half, 50%. So I'm not sure how to, make that happen. But, kind of just my channel relies on the generosity of the people watching because there is no ad revenue on the live streams. I've said this 100 times. So when you're seeing nights where it's just really struggling, people, it's like you'd think people would go, wow, yeah, that's, don't know what to tell you. Yep, well, thanks, Who's Your Mama? Appreciate it. Doesn't feel like it on nights like this and yesterday. Same thing. Lynn, who lives in Alabama, has been driving back and forth from Sparta to Alabama, searching every corner of this country. Or county, not country. Walker said there were some details that he could not reveal at the time because they were part of the ongoing investigation. See, that's the thing, is why can't we know that? He said with Andrew's keen investigative skills, they have been able to piece together some of the events of the day Roy disappeared. We need God, and I checked his phone numbers and emails on different sites, and didn't show anything. Right, they run on there, but they're just, there might be $7 or $8 of ad revenue, so that's worthless. So I'll say it again. If you guys are out there and you have the ability to help support this channel with super chats or the coffee situation, it allows me to continue to do the shows and even cover these types of cases that don't have the same exposure as the really big popular ones. Yeah. Walker said there were some details that he could not reveal. I want to know what those are, though. We need God, and that's what Coach would want us to do. Mike Buck, coach and former player under Whited, is another county, spoke with fondness about the man whom he said made a huge impact on his life. He brought people together, Buck said. I wonder if there was like some medical thing or something he was ashamed of, or I don't know, but why can't they find him? He's like he walked away but then went somewhere. Thanks, Laura L. Haven't been here much this month, so I had to stop for end of the month. Thanks, Freaks and Gray. All right. I don't know if it's the algorithm. I think it's just I don't fit YouTube's ideal. I'm a white male. I don't fit into their, what they think is really, they don't look to sort of, help my channel out at all. I don't fit into their algorithm. It sucks. I could do the same exact content or better than some other person and they'd get 2,000 people watching, and over here I get 200, maybe 300, something like that. It's ridiculous.
Fox 17 News. Very.
Here's Fox 17's Dennis.
Walking down his street, Lovejoy Road. That was it. Dogs and helicopters and 100 people couldn't turn up a hair follicle. Roy Whited appears to have disappeared off the face of the earth. Even more strange, Roy Whited was a bigger-than-life character, a well-known realtor and auctioneer, a dynamic pastor, a legendary high school basketball coach. Roy
just disappeared.
Not a ripple.
It's just hard to imagine that he just disappeared, just like he evaporated.
Yeah. There's cases like that.
It's a mystery.
They're just
it's
weird
truly
ones,
a mystery.
Private detective and former Putnam County Sheriff David Andrews is now working the case for the family.
I don't think I've ever seen a group or a community be as concerned as a whole as this community is about Roy.
Look no further than the big, bulging file on David Andrews'
desk. I'm covering this case, Lynn. Did you see that?
Interviews with dozens of people.
But Roy touched so many people in his life, and so many people touched his life. Roy was a fixer. He wanted to help people all the time, and he did help people all the time.
And I saw that
and
already.
I think with all the connections he had in life, especially in a smaller community like he lived in, I can't help but think something will happen.
No, we weren't even close last night. It was like 1:30. I mean, it was barely over half.
Brother Lynn has changed his entire retirement plan, now dedicated to finding out what happened to his brother. He has no choice. He's beyond grief-stricken.
I can't sleep. I eat because of anxiety, but it's so stressful.
But why was he walking down the street?
Just that
See, I think he goes home, then he's walking down the street by himself. It's hard to think that he was snatched off of the street when it's just sort of weird that he's randomly walking down the street.
Waking minute is you're just thinking, where could he be?
Here's where things get touchy. Mr. Andrews cannot discuss any theories. That would be reckless and harmful. We can't report any theories because that would be reckless and harmful.
Well, no, it's not reckless and harmful. It isn't. As long as you're doing theories based on factual information, it's not reckless and harmful. It can be helpful. Yeah.
But that doesn't mean things aren't taking shape. That doesn't mean there aren't strong theories. It doesn't mean there isn't progress.
I truly believe that there is a piece of this puzzle out there that we're going to find. I truly believe that something's going to happen in this case, that we're going to find out some answers.
We're going to stay with this story.
Yeah, except this is 7 months ago. This was even almost 3 months ago. Roy White, this is NBC News actually. This is October 8th. It says Roy Whited is a beloved member of the community in Sparta, Tennessee. He is a basketball coach at White County High School and led the team to 2 state championships. He's also the co-owner of a real estate and auction company. Perhaps what he is most known for was being a pastor at De Rosette Church of Christ in Sparta, Tennessee. So when Roy didn't show up to Sunday service on May 5th, 2024, it was clear something was wrong. Yeah, he goes to, hold on, let me put this. So the church he goes to is right there, so I guess he would just drive down this road. And Lovejoy actually to go to Crossville Highway and then down the road here and then into the church. I mean, I guess thought he said he was a pastor there. And then he worked at I think it was TriStar Real Estate in Sparta, right here. Right there. So just if I just come up in the air and look at it all from above here. So there's Sparta, and then outside he lives right there. So, I guess when he would go home, it's kind of an odd, awkward way to get home. So he'd probably have to drive all the way to here, I guess, and then come around like that. There's no shortcut over here because you get, there's like a marsh. I don't think there's a road that continues on like that. Yeah, it just sort of ends right there. I mean, was that where he was going? Where was he walking? They don't really give you great information about what direction he was heading. Because if he did go that way, I mean, that's weird. Because it just ends, and then he could be anywhere in here. It could be in this lake. He could have walked down in this area. I don't know. All right, you guys, we're currently at 1/10 of a nightly goal. Is there any chance you guys can help support the channel tonight, so I don't have to keep asking over and over again? It'd be great if we could do that. Perhaps what he is most known for was being a pastor at, so he was one, at the Roset Church at Christ in Sparta, Tennessee. So when Roy didn't show up to Sunday service on May 5th, 2024, it was clear something was wrong. Concerned, Roy's neighbor, Doug Watts, who is also a member of that church, went to check on him. Doug has a key to Roy's house on Lovejoy Road because he owns the property. Doug says when he got there, okay, so his friend owns that property. You know, it's interesting because the house listed for him in on Ben Verified is not that house. And I'm kind of wondering if that is like, did he get divorced from his wife at any point? And maybe his wife still is there, and this is a house that wouldn't be listed on there because his friend owns the home and he's staying there. Doug says when he got there, something seemed off. It just didn't look right. Who is also a member of the church went to check on him. Doug has a key to Roy's house on Lovejoy Road because he owns the property. Hold on a second. I'm going to go get that other address. This is the other, the main property listed is right there. And you kind of wonder if that's like, I'm just going to put it like that. Yeah, so I'm wondering if something happened where he ended up getting, I mean, it's possible like he got a divorce or something and then his whole world is shattered, kind of. I mean, there's a basketball court there. I know, I'm just guessing, you know. Apparently nobody heard what I said a minute ago. Let's see. Doug Watts reported Roy missing. According to Doug, Roy's truck was in the drive. So Doug says when he got there, something seemed off. So when he got to his house, something seemed off. It just didn't look right. Well, what do you mean? He told Dateline. He's not there, and you know, of course, the house wasn't disturbed or tore up or anything like that. According to Doug, Roy's truck was in the driveway with the keys on the console. His cell phone was in the house charging. Yeah, it's like if he wanted to disappear, though, would he charge his phone? You know what I mean? Like if he goes home and he's like really stressed out, would he just go disappear? I mean, would he just, if he was going to go disappear, would he take the time? Hey, thanks, Paulette, for the coffee there. They're still at 10%. Dateline spoke to Roy's brother, Lynn Whited, who lives in Alabama. He says it was very unusual for Roy to go anywhere without his cell phone. Being a realtor, he was always on his phone. Doug Watts reported Roy missing to White County Sheriff's Office the same day. Hey, thanks, Kami. May 5, a massive search effort was launched immediately. We had everybody that could possibly find out searching for him, and he was nowhere to be found. White County Sheriff Steve Page told Dateline. He says they used every resource at their disposal to search for Roy, including drones, people on horseback, bloodhounds, and helicopters. According to the sheriff, it was determined that Roy was last seen on Friday, May 3rd. His truck has been pulled into his driveway around 3:30 p.m. by a nearby security camera. Around 30 minutes to an hour later, a neighbor saw Roy walking down Lovejoy Road. So his truck was seen pulling into his driveway around 3:30 p.m. by a nearby security camera. Around 30 minutes after that, a neighbor saw Roy walking down Lovejoy Road. That is the last time anyone saw 64-year-old Roy Whited. I think he's 65 now. Lynn Whited says about a week prior to his brother's disappearance, Roy mentioned to him that he was out of shape and was going to start walking. Hey, welcome, Lacey Willis. Roy, okay, so Lynn Whited says about a week prior to his brother's disappearance, Roy mentioned to him that he was out of shape and was going to start walking again. Well, there you go. So that means it wasn't weird that he was just walking. So what I figured was Friday when he got home, his phone was dying. So he put it on the thing and went for a walk, he said. Sheriff Page told Dateline he knows Roy personally and that he and his department are doing everything they can to bring Roy home. Everybody that knew Roy liked him, and I just wish we could find something to bring him home, he said. He was so joyful and he was just so, he walked into a room and in 5 minutes he knew everybody's name in the room. Roy's neighbor echoed that sentiment. I've known him for about 10 years personally, and he's just outstanding, Doug Watts said. Everyone in his church just loved him. Oh my God, he used past tense, everybody. Did you see that? He's extremely missed there. Lynn White had said, I just miss him. And it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's broken my heart. I can't sleep. I can't. Sheriff Page says Roy's case is an ongoing investigation. We're still looking. We're exploring every lead. Anything that comes in, we exhaust. There's no more, he said. Roy, right now, there's still nothing. He's vanished. We don't know if it was against his will or if he just left. We have no idea. Roy is 5 feet 11, 175 pounds. He was 64 at the time of his disappearance. He would be 65 today, so I guess his birthday must have been October 8th. He was last seen walking on Lovejoy Road in a beige shirt and cowboy boots. Anyone with information is asked to call White County Sheriff's Office at 931-836-2700. So, Doug says when he got there, something seemed off. It just didn't look right, he told Dateline. He's not there, and of course, the house wasn't disturbed or tore up or anything like that. So what do you mean it didn't look right? See, that just seems like somebody sort of Monday morning quarterback kind of like, look at me, look at what I noticed something was weird, But there shouldn't be anything weird because he went home, then he just walked away when nothing happened there. So to me, that's just somebody trying to sound like they were suspicious right away. I absolutely doubt that, Yeah, I guess he went there to check on him, so he already knew that something was off. But there's nothing off in that house other than his phone is charging, right? He's not there, and it says, according to Doug, Roy's truck was in the driveway, so, and his keys on the console. His cell phone was in the house charging. So he lives on a street where you wouldn't think, I got to lock my door all the time. So in this case, it doesn't seem that weird that he would leave keys sitting there. Maybe the keys sounds like they're even in his truck sitting there. And then his phone is charging because it sounds like, maybe he's just trying to go for a walk and not be bothered. And it sounds like he told his brother that he was going to start exercising more and start going on walks. So, his house is right here. And we don't know what direction he went, but I would think he went this way because over here he'd be spotted by a bunch of different people. So maybe he went this direction, and then he goes into the woods over here, and then there's like this pond over there. There's a lot of places to get lost in here if you get off the main the path, or even these dirt roads, I guess. Maybe this is the part they were talking about. So whatever camera that was, it looked like it was filming like this from over here, and I don't know how that would work, but that's what it looked like.
By pulling into his White County.
That's a pretty good guess right there. What the hell? I'm not trying to. Oh, weird. It would just go right to my. There, that's what I was looking for. See, I don't know what this is. Okay, yeah, so I was thinking that was a building, but it's not. This is an undercover area here. And then there's this truck coming at the camera.
Driveway on Friday, May the 3rd.
And then takes a left. So that's takes a left. So that means, okay, from the camera's angle, it could be like that. But there's nothing over here that could even possibly... I mean, I guess right over here, maybe something. Underneath. Let's see if there's an undercovered area off of that. Yeah, man, I don't know. That's really weird. Yeah, so if you go back, let's just go back. I just want to try to find this place. Yeah, so see how there's this road there and it goes like that? So that road doesn't even do that. Doesn't have that jog in it. Because it kind of looks like it goes like that and then that way and then like that. Here, I'm going to try over here. No, they didn't say it was a driveway, Blanca. They said you could see him turning into a driveway. As I explained 15 times already. So see this right here? Like right there, he's taking a left into his own driveway over there. See? Watch.
Out, who exited so quietly. A Ring doorbell catches Roy pulling into his White County driveway on Friday, May the 3rd.
So he's turning left. Now, if that's his own driveway, it doesn't really make any sense because that doesn't that long. But maybe it's the... it just, nothing makes sense about that camera angle that I can see. See, there's his driveway right there, and he's taking a left into it, right? So that means the camera should be over here somewhere. You know, if it, I guess it could be up here, like maybe this house. Oh, hey, maybe that's it right there. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, maybe that's it. So we're looking at it from behind, and he comes in, and then he takes that turn there. I'm just looking. You see that? Like right there, that little jog right here. This little road here. See that how it goes like that and then like that? Maybe that's what this is. Does it make sense with everything else there? The tree right there. And there's another bunch of trees here. So yeah. I don't know if there's a camera up in the tree right here. Maybe that's the pole. See that pole right here? So the camera would have to be... Let's see if we can see something. Oh, so maybe it is a driveway. I don't know if it's filming from underneath that, or maybe they built something here that isn't there right at this time. So anyways, that's where it is. Wow, that's crazy. So it's backwards. So that's all new, that house. Let's do something here. I'm gonna do Google Maps, and so I guess if we go down to Street View right here, and they have a historical map, so you can look up here like that. Wow, that's totally different. Look at that. That's not crazy. That doesn't even look anything like that. Look at that. 2014, it looked like that. And then 2008, it looked like that. Just totally different. All these trees are gone. And in 2024, it looks like this. And this is August. This is like 2 months after, 3 months after he went missing. Hey, thanks. Emily Ragusa, nothing to say about this case. Just trying to support. Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. It's been really difficult. Hey, thanks, Dickie D. Yeah. I don't know. I keep telling you guys that about when I'm doing these live streams. You know, for 5 years, you guys are always so supportive during it and stuff like that. And it allowed me to just kind of focus on doing live streams. And I wouldn't make very many videos. But then I started making videos too, and the videos get me more subs, and they help a lot. But the support on the channel, I don't know if it's because there's so many more people doing YouTube shows or whatever, but it's really difficult for me to reach goals that I need to get to. It should be simple, you would think, with 200 and 300 people watching, but you know, it's just not. Sometimes I don't know, man. I'm just trying to work through it and figure out what's going on. So anyways, I think that's where the camera was. Somewhere up in here, but it's weird when you look at this map. I guess let's just look at the Google Earth. Yeah, so October 2023 there isn't even a house there, I don't think, because I don't see anything in here, or unless that's a house right there. It's hard to make. That looks like a structure. Let's see, maybe if I go back. Yeah, jeez. So February 2022, I don't know, man. I think that's all new construction. So I think, you see the road. It could be. I'm just saying the surveillance camera's up here. We'll just put it right there. Hey, thanks, Sarah Reesness. Just saw you are live. First time hearing about this. Yeah, I just heard about it. Somebody emailed me about it today, and I thought, well, what the heck? Why not, right? We gotta go back to doing some of the ones that nobody talk about. Unfortunately, it really, really dramatically affects the turnout and support. So it's like one of those. YouTube sort of forces you into just doing the big cases over and over and over again. Yeah. So. Okay. So where were we at here? October 9th, maybe? Did we go? I think we went through most of this one. Yep. And we have one from October 30th. I'm going to find him, Sparta pastor, still missing after nearly 6 months. A preacher who disappeared out of Sparta back in early May is still missing. According to law enforcement, Roy Whitehead was last seen wearing a beige shirt and cowboy boots on Friday, May 3rd, near the Lovejoy area in Sparta. He's my brother, Harold Lynn Whitehead. Roy's younger brother told News 2, I'm going to find him. I am not going to quit until I find him. Since May, Roy's family and the White County Sheriff Office. It's hard to keep saying Whited. I've never even heard that last name before. Since May, Roy's family at the White County Sheriff's Office have searched different properties throughout White County and watched hours of surveillance footage, but there has been no sign of Roy. Harold said he is holding on to the hope that his brother is still alive. It's been rough. I mean, I'd like to know, was when he was walking, was he holding anything? Or we've done a lot, and they've said there's no buzzards that are flying around, which would indicate a body on the ground, but they haven't found that either. We've done a lot of praying and a lot of reading the Bible, trying to stay positive and stay focused. Roy is a father to 2 sons and a beloved community member. He is a pastor of De Rosette Church of Christ and an auctioneer. Roy was also a former teacher and state-winning championship basketball coach. He's never met a stranger, Harold explained. But on Sunday, May 5th, Harold got a call that Roy never showed up to preach. His church people, when he didn't show up, they went to his house thinking, oh, maybe he's overslept or for some reason or something. So they went to check on him, Harold said. There was nothing about the place, there was nothing out of place in his house. His papers were laid out for his sermon for Sunday. Everything was just in perfect order. So the weird part about it, to me, is it doesn't sound like he intended to disappear. See, that's the part that I would think would be unusual. Because who charges their phone if you're going to go do something to yourself? Yeah, but I get that phone charged. Nobody thinks about that. And he had the sermon laid out. He didn't leave a note or anything. Why would he charge the phone? I mean, I understand. Okay, I mean, I get it. Like, it's dying, right? So you charge the phone. But if you come home and 30 minutes later you're walking away to go end your life somewhere, would you really go, boy, I better charge that sucker? I don't think so. Thank you, Michelle H. Okay. His papers were laid out for his sermon for Sunday. Everything was just in perfect order. His phone was on his dresser. Harold told News 2 that Roy had been going to look for at a piece of property before heading home on Friday. And that's the neighbor. A neighbor then said he interacted with Roy while walking down the street. Wow, so now there's more to it. The last thing possibly related to Roy's disappearance was caught on a neighbor's doorbell camera footage. A bee flew in front of the sensor just as his red pickup truck was pulling into the driveway. That's why it was tripped off. Harold said, "We don't know if it was him in the truck, but that's the last time anything was seen." Well, I know, but you interacted with him, so, obviously it was him. Likely him, right? The sheriff's department has said they have never had a case where there are no leads. It has been almost 6 months with no answers. You know what this actually reminds you of is Summer Wells, right? I mean, just kind of somebody, she's there and then just disappears and nobody knows anything. I mean, that we know of. I actually think in the Summer Wells case, the mother might actually know what happened. Yeah, she didn't do anything, but like an accident happened, and there was this time frame. That's my opinion on that one. I don't know though. The sheriff department has said they have never had a case where there are no leads. It has been almost 6 months with no answers. Harold told News 2 that they have scoured hours of hunting trail footage, participated in several search parties, and had at one point launched a GoFundMe to pay for a private investigator he is not giving up. "I wake up every morning saying, 'Lord, hopefully we can find him today,'" Harold said. "We need to make sure he is okay and make sure he's safe." See, I'd like to know if they could just tell us what direction he was headed when he walked down the road. I'm pretty sure he went the direction I'm saying. But if he did, wouldn't the neighbor go, "Hey, where are you going?" Like, because the thing is at the end of the street there, down here, it's, imagine this neighbor right here. And then he goes, "Yeah, hey, see you later." And he just keeps walking through the guy's yard. Of course, he's going to say something like, "Well, where are you headed?" Right? But it sounds like it is this direction. And maybe it was a different neighbor. Maybe this one over here. They were out doing something in their lawn or something. And he kept going. Yeah, so he lives right. I don't know which neighbor it is. We don't know. But I doubt he went this way. Because there's lots and lots of cameras, I would imagine, going over there. So, here's this missing person thing. A silver alert was issued for a missing 64-year-old male, Roy Whited. I don't know if it's Whitted or Whited, but was last seen on May 3rd, 2024, near the area of Lovejoy Road in Sparta, Tennessee. Roy was Lovejoy Road. God, try to say Lovejoy Road 3 times fast. Come on. Lovejoy Road. That's hard, man. Lovejoy Royd. You just want to say Royd every time. It's crazy. That's another one, man. It's just like saying hyoid bone 3 times fast. You guys can't do it. Hey, but currently, right now, we're at 20% of a nightly goal, you guys. Still just languishing right around there. Roy has a medical condition that may impair his ability to return safely without assistance. Wow, what would that be? If you have any information on his whereabouts, see, maybe there was something about his medical condition that caused an issue out there, or the reason maybe he wanted to disappear. I don't know, but it sounds like he didn't intend to disappear. Michelle H. gifted a membership to T. Chosen. Roy has a medical condition that may impair his ability to return safely without. So what do you think that would be? What would the medical condition be where without taking your medicine you get incapacitated where you wouldn't be able to return safely? And that's kind of chilling right there, because that means, like, wow, why would he didn't intend to, I think he intended to be there and, take his medicine. Something happened to him on that short walk that he took. Everybody typed in something else. So if he has dementia, well, that's interesting. So if that is what it is, that'd be pretty interesting. Safely without assistance. Condition that may impair his ability to read. Yeah, so if he has dementia, but I mean, I don't know, man. If you have dementia, I think you're giving up your pastoring duty. Yeah, it'd be very difficult to give a sermon or a speech if you have dementia. So I don't know. I guess maybe he's partially. Does anybody actually know the answer? Yeah, but there was never any birds of, vultures or anything like that. But, I'll try it again, you guys. This channel relies on you guys to make it. When we do these live streams, so if you have the ability and you're out there to help support the channel, I would appreciate it. We got the Buy Me a Coffee, we got the Super Chats, all kinds of different ways to help support the channel. And 2 days from now, we're going to have our donation night. It's not going to be like it was last month, but we're going to still try to be able to give away a portion of the income. So if you guys have the ability to, I would appreciate it. It's actually really important and meaningful. Thank you. Oh, no. I want somebody that actually has... He's 65. I just want somebody that has the answer. 65 is kind of young, to be in, like, dementia phase, I think. I'm not saying it's not possible, it just doesn't seem. And then this is the NamUs. He's 65, see, right there. He went when he was missing, he was 64. No one has seen or spoken with Roy Lewis Whited since noon on Friday, May 3rd, 2024. A search of the... I thought he interacted with a neighbor, so doesn't that count? A search of the residence and property led to the discovery that Whited's vehicle, clothing, cell phone, etc. were all present. Subsequent searches of Whited's phone, computer, bank account, social media accounts did not reveal any activity since the date Whited was last seen. A neighborhood canvass, as well as aerial and foot searches, have been conducted of the properties surrounding Whited's residence since his disappearance, but unfortunately none of which have yielded any results. Man, that's crazy. Whenever I do my pitch these days, it just falls on deaf ears. It's wild. It used to actually, you guys would get the importance of it, but now it's like... Investigating agencies. White County Sheriff's Office. Sparta, Tennessee. Phone number 931-836-2700. Yeah, we already went over that part. Doesn't look like he wanted to disappear. Because he charged his phone. He had his sermon laid out. Hey, thanks for gifting a membership, Mark. I'm not sure what point 1 means. Nobody knows what that means, do it. Figure you haven't even. He wasn't even missing people, didn't realize. Maybe. Huh? What are you talking about? Yeah, let's stick with the case that we're on. Alright. Yeah, so this is one of those ones, you guys, where somebody just seemingly vanishes off the face of the earth. And that's it. Oh, thanks for the Cash App, Herbert. And then also Lacey for the Buy Me a Coffee. Yeah. Let's see. What's funny there? No more BS. You haven't made one comment, but then you start laughing. I don't know. I think he's a. I think something happened to him on his walk. I don't think he intentionally. I mean, he could have planned it all out. Ooh, let me charge my phone. Let me lay out my sermon as if I intended to stay around. Make it a big mystery, you know. But to me, it seems more likely he went somewhere, and then something happened to him where they can't find him. You know, it's actually absolutely similar to Sebastian Rogers. You know, it's actually in the same state, believe it or not. I mean, it's the same thing. Sebastian Rogers is in a room. Next morning he's gone, and there's no cameras that pick him up, and he's just completely off the face of the earth, gone, like he just disappeared. Mm-hmm. Dealing with these criminals. What criminals, Victor? What are you talking about? Go ahead, Victor. What's the answer to that question? Dealing with these criminals drives me crazy. What criminals? Go ahead. Who cares? We're not talking about that. Let's just focus on the cases that we're doing, you guys. You know, not your own personal sort of, you know, trying to get everybody talking about yours. I think it's more effective if you guys communicate about the cases that we're actually talking about. Ah, jeez. Maybe come back later, Victor. Let's see. And I'm not talking to you, Plato. I'm talking to the other person. His remains will turn up eventually. Yeah, but why come there hasn't been any raven, you know, the buzzards flying around. You know, you see these lakes over here. Could he have kind of gotten this weird marshy area, but maybe something happened? Wow, look at that. Is that really what that looks like? It can't look like that. And what, do you fall off a cliff into the... I mean, if he just went a little bit down this road and into there, and he falls into that, you know, he could be in that lake. That's what I would guess. If I was guessing on this whole thing, it'd be something like that. Hey, thanks, brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Thank you. Okay, we're at 28%. If the woods are really thick, you won't always see the buzzards. But you'd see them flying around, Christy. That's how it works, Christy. You see the buzzards flying around in the air, circling, and then they come in. So yeah, you would see them. Mm-hmm. Picked up the arrival without the B. Right, it set off the camera. Right, it's not a permanently... Most people have cameras that are motion activated, so you're not spending... You'd think nowadays, though, with all the huge storage amount, the terabytes and terabytes, you could just do something where it records like a week worth of video, and then it starts recording over itself if you don't stop it and retrieve the video. Something like that. But, when it's motion activated, it only goes off when there's motion. Mm-hmm. So it only goes off when there's motion. And so that was just pure luck that it happened to see the car coming home. And we know now the surveillance camera was up this right here. Look, I thought it was this is like a road, but apparently there's a house or something. Well, it looks like it is kind of a road that goes way up here. So it is a road, but there's a house over here that has a camera on it, and then it looks like it was looking down. It was kind of over about like that angle-ish. Not like this. Probably even on that building. Let's just see what that looked like. So it should be the same one that you can see. Yeah, I think it's underneath, right under there actually. Because that's the exact same look that it has. See these right here? See that? And then there's an angled piece of wood, and then that opening there. And I think that's what we're seeing when we look at, like right there. See that angled piece of wood? So it feels like there's a camera underneath here somewhere, and it just happened to be filming down and could see him pulling into his driveway over there. So that's where I believe the camera was underneath this awning here, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I think you can actually see that. That's what that is, just in the shade. Well, I brought that up earlier. I don't know if he's been divorced, but I thought maybe he got divorced. Yeah. Because I have his house, a different house that's right over here. That's the recent one for him and his wife, is this one. And he's living in a friend's house that they own, the friend owns. So, was there a problem going there? And, I guess there is a possibility that when he came home, even though he was planning on something happened, or he thought of something right when he got home, and then he decided to go do something to himself. So he might have already been charging the phone. There's always that moment where somebody makes a decision. So did he come home and see something? Right before that, they said that there was information. They have the whole rest of the day. So was there something that led him up to having some mental sort of, issue of some sort? He's upset about something. He gets home, plugs the phone in, then he just goes, I forget this. And just walks out the door and does something. So maybe it could be that he was just sort of an instant decision. So he had planned to do the sermon, and he plugged in his phone, because there's always that moment, like I was saying, where somebody makes a decision. So prior to that decision, they might be doing normal things. What are you talking about, Holly Miranda? Who are you, what are you talking about, Holly? Nobody knows what the hell you're talking about. You sound like a nut job. Yeah, I'm just saying I don't want to hear about, like, talking about other crimes. I just want to have people talking about this missing person case right now. Like talking about your own little, oh man, my neighborhood sucks. I have these people that, like, that's nothing to do with this, right? I'm not talking about Jen right now. What are you talking about, Holly? You seem like really out of it. Really strange comment up there. Nobody even knows what it means. Thank you, Herbert Landscaping, for all your landscaping needs. Does anybody even understand what she wrote up there, you guys? Do you, Plato? Mm-hmm. Because I sure as hell don't. Well, we had a mod named Jen H in here who passed away. She had cancer, and she was a really awesome person. I don't know what Holly's comment has to do with anything, though. Nobody even knows what it means. Anybody? Can anybody help me out with that one? Those phone records would reveal. She said, Gray, the first time Jen brought up she found out she had cancer, and people were saying, oh no, Jen, you got snappy. No, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. See, you're sounding like a troll right now. I don't know. I was just wondering what people were saying about it, and it was so long ago. So it's weird that you're sitting around like fomenting and trying to remember. Can we focus on what I'm talking about? Yeah, just get the hell out of here. You know what? I'm sick of people like you. I don't give a damn if you've been around. Just, God. Maybe come back later. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but what does that have to do with anything? About, like, Jen or something? Right. I don't get it. I mean, we made a scholarship fund for Jen, we were going to have her name on it, but then the family would have to agree, and I communicated. The family called me to tell me, but then after that, I think they just kind of shut off communication. No idea what you're saying, Holly. Right. Yeah, I don't really understand. What a rude thing to do, bring up Jen. Like, just disgusting to bring that up as some sort of a leverage in your conversation. Ridiculous. Yeah. Right, I guess it was a long time ago. She was talking to people, and I was like, hey, what are you guys talking about? And then I realized, oh, wow, I mean, the thing is when you're covering these cases like this, what you kind of hope is that everybody's focused in on the case that you're talking about for a few minutes, instead of talking about your own, oh, man, I live in this shitty neighborhood, oh, man, and everybody starts going, oh, really, hey, and nobody's paying attention anymore. And so the key is when you have missing persons cases, cold cases are different because it's just kind of, just you can go read about it yourself. This is happening right now, and somebody sent me this email, and I thought this case, and I thought I'd look it up, and it's pretty weird. It's weird. I mean, it's got interesting elements. It looks like he isn't living in the same house. Here, let me show you. I've got, like, Ben Verified is right here. 455 Freedom. This is the address. Let's see what address that is. That actually might be his work. Let's see. No, I think that's the house. Yeah, see, that's right there. That's the address that shows up on there, and it's this nice house. And is it possible that, Him and his wife had issues, and apparently he's living currently in a house that a friend of his owns, the trailer. So right over here, he's living in this trailer kind of house right there that a friend owns. And so his name isn't on any documents out there. So does that add to, I mean, when did that happen? Was it just recently where he's not living in that other house? Yeah, that's what I think, Plato. Yeah, they need to give as much information as possible when somebody's missing. Wonder if he paid rent or if he... Well, I don't know. What do you mean say a huge burden on his friend? I doubt it. I'm sure his friend was more than happy to let him stay there. Right. Why isn't he living with his wife? And I haven't seen anything from his wife or ex-wife or whatever she is. But he's living there, and he comes home at like 3:30, and then 30 minutes later he's walking, and he goes home and he charges his phone, leaves the key on the dashboard of his car, I guess. Which is sort of interesting. I mean, I know it's, nobody's going to be stealing stuff out there. But man, that's a little odd. Almost like you wanted to make sure somebody had access to the car. Why wouldn't you put that inside the house also on the counter, maybe next to your cell phone or something? But there are also those people that put their keys underneath the... what happened? Oh. Wonder if he paid. Yeah. Oh, Troy Driver. Yeah, he's the killer, isn't he? In the that case that I covered. Yeah, somebody get rid of that Troy Driver Reno guy. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Obviously a troll. Oh, jeez, the whole wild boar theory again. Jesus, my God, does that never end? Every case. Hey, maybe it was a wild animal. Some wild boars ripped in. Okay, well, maybe it was an alien spacecraft too. We haven't ruled that out yet. Have you? All right. Well, anyways, you guys, I'm going to switch over to a different case now. I don't have any more to add. We're stuck now. This is where law enforcement is. They probably have a way better grasp of what he did that day. But I don't have that information. Let's see. Man, you guys should do the thing where if you want your comments read, you put them in a super chat, then I can put it on the screen and we can discuss it. That's what every other channel does. For some reason on mine, it doesn't work that way. Hey, Karen, what's going on? Sorry, I don't have the dog camera. It isn't working for some reason. So, guess I'm out of luck. Right, so we just did that case, so we'll, we'll keep getting updates on it. If you guys see any updates or any extra information, that'd be cool. All right, but now we're going to switch over to a girl named Emmarae. It's like, hold on, let me open up the. And her dad's done a lot of different videos. He's a little odd-looking kind of guy. He's got tattoos all over his face and a beard and everything, but seems like a caring dad. So her last name is Gervasi. That's her right there. But I'm going to try another pitch, you guys. We're currently at about a third of a nightly goal, so if you're out there and you can help support the channel, I would appreciate it. We try to, every single night I try to raise funds on here to keep the, the ball rolling. My channel has donated $226,500 from the income. So at the end of each month, I donate thousands of dollars to true crime related charities, including, way over $20,000 to each to NCMEC, RAIN, and the other one is, what's the other one? NCMEC, RAIN, and Texas EquiSearch. They've all got over 20,000. Then, so that's 60,000. Then we've given our DNA fund over 100,000 for identifying Jane and John Does, and then we've given two $6,000 scholarship in honor of fallen freaks twice. We did one in 2023 last year. We gave two $3,000 scholarships out for students in the forensic or law enforcement area. Then we also gave $6,000. We're still in the process of this year. We have $6,000 we're giving out to, it's already been funded, but we're giving three $2,000 scholarships. And because we do that, and then our DNA fund's probably our most rewarding thing that we do, because we we're giving somebody's name back, a body found on a road that nobody's identified for 60 years, and we try to get those individuals identified. So if you're out there and you have the ability to help support my channel, a large portion of the income that my channel brings in goes to that. All right? So there's another pitch for you guys. Will it make a difference? We'll see. Currently, we are at 47,000. We're at 47,000 now for this year. So we're not going to probably aren't going to hit 50. I was hoping to, but it's been so slow the last week or so that it's not looking good. All right. Well, thanks, you guys. Wow, thanks for the big wave that went on right there. It's awesome. Let's see. So anyways, here's the case of it's just Emmarae, like one word. Emmarae. Thanks, Karen. 1 minute, Frank Gervasi was on the phone with his 14-year-old daughter, Emmarae, discussing dinner and telling her he was on his way home from work. The next, the Patchogue, Patchogue man's daughter had vanished from home. She was on the phone with her dad 5 minutes before this happened, asking, "When are you coming home?" "I'm hungry. What's for dinner?" Family friend Stephanie Biondi told Greater Long Island, and then she was gone. So this is also in New York again. This is Long Island area. And some of the names of places you kind of recognize from the Lisk case. Oh, thanks. I'm a DNA detective. For your coffee. Yeah, the inaugural scholarship fund, the concept of it came from Gen H. Yeah, I got that. I just mentioned that. I'd like to keep getting more information in the Whited case. I'm not really sure. Maybe I could call over there. Maybe somebody could talk. I don't know. We'll see. 1 minute, Frank Gervasi was on the phone. The next, okay, and that says she was on the phone with her dad 5 minutes before this happened, asking, "Hey, when are you coming home?" To the dad, "I'm hungry. What's for dinner?" Family friend Stephanie Biondi told Greater Long Island, and then she was gone. Suffolk County Police confirmed that Emmarae has been missing since 5 p.m. on Monday. The teen was last seen on Terrell Street in East Patchogue. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but let me get this. That's what I was going to do earlier. Frank. Okay. Frank. There's probably can't be more than one person with that name. Yeah, maybe. Long Island, New York. Yeah, there is. Jeez, how old is he? I bet he's like 49. What street did they say that was? Suffolk County Police confirm was last seen 5 p.m. on Monday. The teen was last seen on Terrell Street. I think it's right outside her house. Oh, that's it. I got it. Yes, I have the right person here. Let me move this over to this folder. Okay, so I got the address. I wonder how close it is to all the... I mean, it's going to be right amongst... Yeah, look at this. Just boom. So right there. Or I guess I should put Emmarae lives. Yeah, so right there. This is just July this year. Alright, so this is it. That's the spot. Alright, we're currently at 1/3 of a nightly goal, you guys. 1/3. 1 minute, Frank Gervasi was on the phone with his 14-year-old daughter, Emmarae, discussing dinner. We already got that part. So then, when are you coming home? I'm hungry. Then down here it says Suffolk County Police confirmed that Emmarae has been missing since 5 p.m. on Monday. Then the teen was last seen on Terrell Street. That's the same street that I just showed you. In East Patchogue, going into a dark-colored Honda. So she's getting into a car. But don't you find that interesting when she's saying, "Hey, Dad, when are you coming home? I'm hungry." And then she gets into a car before he even gets home? Frank Gervasi said in a Facebook post on which he left, he said, "Please help find my daughter. Any info will help." And he wrote that, and he left his cell phone number too. Like everything he puts out there, he has his cell phone, his personal. Oh, it's Patchogue. Really? That sounds weird. Just Patchogue? Where are you getting the G sound? It's oh, that is a G. Okay. So Patchogue. Or is it Patchogue? All right, Patchogue. Okay. That's crazy. Welcome, Sinister Sister. Oh yeah, maybe, yeah. Maybe Susan. Yeah, maybe she was like trying to see, wait, you're not going to come home right when I'm getting into this car, right? Gervasi told Greater Long Island that he has spent Tuesday searching for his missing child, including reviewing security camera footage from his neighbor's home and nearby businesses. He said video captured by a neighbor's security camera shows his daughter getting into a blue car. Unfortunately, Biondi said, the footage is grainy because it was dark and rainy at the time. She has no cell phone and no ID on her. She's only like 14 years old. Biondi said, it doesn't seem like it was a planned thing. So that's the scariest part for us. She's been very happy and she's been excited for the holidays to come, she added. Yeah, it's not quite right here. Welcome, I'm a DNA detective. Emmarae Gervasi, age 14. Date of birth, February 26. She's going to be 15 in a couple months. She's female, white, 5'4", 140 pounds. The missing child was last seen wearing black stretch pants and a black shirt. Missing from Tyrrell Street, Patchogue. Missing since December 9th, 2024. The missing child was last seen on December 9th at approximately 5 p.m. in the area of Tyrrell Street. Anyone with information is asked to contact the 5th Precinct, Suffolk County Police Department at 631-854-8500 or Frank himself, the father, at 631-294-0265. And there she is right there. 14-year-old Emmarae Gervasi of East Patchogue disappeared at approximately 5 p.m. on Monday, December 9th, 2024. Minutes earlier, she had spoken to her father about dinner plans. Then she went outside and informed her stepmother that she had to retrieve an item. This is different. So then she went outside and said she had to retrieve an item from the family truck. So is that just an excuse to go outside? Or was she really doing that and somebody drove up and forced her, maybe at gunpoint, like, hey, get in the car, Don't know. A neighbor's video surveillance system then recorded images of a possibly dark blue Honda pulling up on Tyrrell Street with the grainy footage taken on a rainy night. It remains unclear if she entered the vehicle willingly. At the time of her disappearance, she did not have her cell phone or any identification on her person, and it is unknown if she was even wearing shoes. My nightmare is still real, her father Frank Gervasi wrote on a public Facebook post pleading for her to return on December 11th. I need to find my daughter, Emmarae. Gervasi, owner of Setauket Auto Body Inc., is now offering $15,000 reward. A family friend relayed to the Patchogue Patch, I guess, that Emmarae has been navigating a recent trauma and spending therapeutic time at a nearby horse ranch. Wonder what that trauma was. Emmarae was last seen wearing a black t-shirt and black leggings. She has brown hair and brown eyes, 5'4". We already went through all that. Okay. How about you guys want to play? I'll play I recorded all of the father's videos that he has on his Facebook page. So here we go. I gotta turn on the audio though, of course.
Because there's been a lot of confusion on social media about my daughter.
That's pretty quiet.
Good morning. I'm making this message because there's been a lot of confusion on social media about my daughter. Emmarae is still...
All right, I'm going to open up Premiere and just boost up the audio. That's too low. I can barely hear it. I think it recorded on that same mic that I had at the beginning. Yeah, it said that he had tattoos on his head and everything. Deborah. Or not you. Who said that? I mean, Margaret. He looks like a total mess. I wonder what you look like, Margaret. I'd like to see it. Why don't you send us a picture?
Good morning. I'm making this message because there's been a lot of confusion on social media about my daughter. Emmarae is still missing and is a troubled teen, but it doesn't discount the fact that she's my daughter. So I appreciate all the negative comments.
Yeah, I don't know why he does that either, but it has nothing to do with the case, though. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you might as well start, like, you have a missing father, and let's say they were really fat, and that's all you want to talk about is how fat they are, instead of, like, there's somebody missing. You know, I, too, was looking at that going, wow, that's weird that he has that, but it's irrelevant to the missing child, right?
To just keep them to yourself, unless you really understand what it is to go through something like this as a parent, then just keep the comments to yourself. We're actively looking for her, and we'll stop at nothing to find her. I just want to make it clear to whoever has my daughter that she needs to come home. And we're actively looking for her. We're also looking for you. And I think it would probably be better if the cops find you at this point than we do. But either way, she needs to come home. She's only a kid, and she needs to be let go. So I'm begging you guys, if you've seen her out there, please report it to 911 immediately, and or call the police on my phone number. And if you have her, just know that we're coming for you. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Guys.
Good morning, guys. Merry Christmas. You know, I'm out here driving around looking for my beautiful little girl, Emmarae. And I appreciate all the support on social media. Again, it's those posts that are going to help bring her home. You know, the one post that you don't want to share, that you decide to share, that could be the post that leads to, you know, bringing her home alive. Again, we don't know where she is right now. You know, we're exhausted.
What does that mean, Margaret? It means exactly what he said. Who are you talking to?
Exhausting all leads and leaving nothing unturned. However, I don't know if I'm looking for a dead body at this point or if I'm looking for my daughter alive. I'm trying to stay positive and think that I'm going to bring her home alive.
Yeah, what he's saying, Leah, is that he wants the cops, because if he gets to them first, he's going to take care of business, is what he's really trying to say.
But
so that's why he hopes the cops get there
having
first.
To look for
it's pretty clear
on,
what it means.
You know, Christmas Day in the seedy parts of town, and just hoping.
I mean, what was difficult about understanding what that meant?
Something pulls through, or a Christmas miracle, and we bring her home. So again, I appreciate all support and all the posts. That's what I need. I need more posts, more publicity, and I need it across the country. If you guys know people in other states and countries, please forward it. You know, in other states, I'm sorry, please forward it to your relatives and your friends everywhere, because I don't know if she crossed state lines or not.
And these are all like, you know, the 24th, 25th, 26th, like right around that time, right around Christmas.
At this point, but if I get some tips that she might be elsewhere, then we're going to look into that. Again,
that's okay.
I'm trying to do another story with News 12 to see if we can boost social media with that also. So just please stay vigilant. If you see anything or hear anything, just give us a call and let us know.
I'm out here now running down some leads, and you know, the police department's doing an amazing job on their end. They've been very helpful, so I'd like to say thank you to 5th Precinct if they're watching this, and just keep sending the tips in, and we'll do our best to keep forwarding that information to them and myself, and running down leads. Anything I can do to bring my little girl home, I'm going to do, and I'm not going to stop till I have her. So, again, stay vigilant, guys, and stay in touch with me, okay? Thank you. Hello, today is December 26th. My daughter's been missing 18 days today, and we still continue to search. But as we go through searching and starting to look through her social media more and more and more, and scrutinize some of the guys that have been on there, I come across a guy by the name of Sick Cheddar, S-I-C Cheddar. I'm going to show you his photo now. I want everybody to see that.
Sheba. How's that spelled? S-I-C, and then C-H-E-B-B. Is that like an A-R or something? No, it's D. Cheddar, Sick Cheddar. That's right, those are D's because it's backwards. So Sick Cheddar. Yeah, there's an Instagram person with that name. Yep, right there. Okay. So they're on Instagram. I'll put that in the folder over here. Alright, you guys, any chance you guys can help support the channel tonight? Thank you. We're only at a third of a goal.
So this guy's been all over my daughter's feed for the last year or so. He's a full-ass grown man. And whether he took my daughter or not, I don't know. But apparently he's looking for me. And that raises a couple of weird suspicions in my eyes that I'm not a very hard guy to find. So, Sick Cheddar, I know you're watching this, but if you feel man enough and you want to come talk to me...
They got that accent, you know, cheddar, but it's cheddar, you know, with an R.
My name and number is all over social media. Not very hard to find. You don't have to troll around behind my back and text people, hey, do you know this guy? And you know this guy, what's up with this dude? Like, just be a man, even though I know you're not, because you DM 14-year-old and 13-year-old girls, you're a fucking pervert. However, if you feel man enough, hit me up. You got my Instagram. I'll even give you my number. 631-294-0265. So if you got something to say to me, you can give me a call. You can come find me. I'm sure my address is all over social media. Anytime you feel man enough, you can hit me up. Or you could...
Yeah, check it out. This guy, this Sick Cheddar guy has a Fortnite account, Instagram, Snapchat, you know, all the classics, you know, Roblox, you know, like this is an adult, all right? I think Fortnite and Roblox are for like kids, right? And he's got a, let's see. Here, I'll show you all the stuff that he's got. I'll make it bigger. I gotta kind of move everything in here. Yeah, so I know what his real name is. His name's Carlos. Here, I'm gonna go out really quick. I'm gonna message the dad. just sent the dad that. So look at that on the screen right there. See these things? He's got Snapchat, Cash App, Instagram, you know, Xbox, the Roblox. Pretty crazy, isn't it?
You just crawl back into the little hole you came from and keep DM little girls. Okay, other than that, I have nothing else to say to you, but this is directly for you, Sick Cheddar. If you have a problem with me, you know how to reach me. Have a nice day.
Who are you talking about, Mike? You seem like you're crazy, Mike. You say a lot of just ludicrous things, you know, on here. It almost seems like you're like a sort of a troll that just barely kind of sneaks underneath the surface. Everything you say, it's always some kind of contradictory. You mean because what he looks like, that's why she ran away? Is that what you're saying? You don't know if she ran away at all.
Good afternoon, guys. Day 19. I'm still looking for Emmarae. I just want to put this video out there because the more videos I post on her, the more exposure we get with this, the better chances we have of finding my daughter. So we're on day 19, and I can't begin to...
Yeah, he lives in New York, this guy does. I see it right here. Wait, what's going on? What happened to the audio? Uh-oh. I can tell something's about to not work. Don't know. You have to shut that down, open it up again, see what happens. Nah, I'm calling about somebody who's trashing a father looking for their kid. Duet. It should be dimwit, not duet. Might want to get that changed. That'll be more appropriate with your name. Change it to dimwit. Alright? I think that works better for you. Let's see. Yeah, we're here trying to locate, try to help find a missing person, not trash the dad on the screen. That's what we're trying to do. Hope that's okay for the most of you out there. Yeah, everybody knows. Wow, that's weird that somebody would tattoo their whole face. Nah, it's a, what do you think, a nervous? What are you talking about, man? Little Puppy Paws 99. Oh, you mean the dad about the kid. So you were talking about me because I was talking about... forget it, man. I just have no time for anybody anymore. Okay. Sounds like a pretty dad that gives a shit, you know? Has his own business and everything. Okay, so we just did that one. Now let's go. Now we're on this one. Okay.
Good afternoon, guys. Day 19. I'm still looking for Emmarae. I just want to put this video out there because the more videos I post on her, the more exposure we get with this, the better chances we have of finding my daughter. So we're on day 19, and I can't begin to tell you the pain in my heart that I feel every moment for my little girl. I'm hoping she's alive, I'm hoping that she's safe, and I'm hoping she comes home. But I'm fearful at the same time that something bad has happened to her. I also feel that she's being held against her will, and the longer this goes on, the more in danger she is. So we need to get her home. I need these videos to be posted, please, more frequently. And you guys are doing an amazing job getting the videos out there, getting the exposure out. I mean, the support I'm getting from the community has been amazing. I'm not going to get into all the little baby shit about the other guy. I'm not going to mention his name right now. However, you know, let's keep the comments more on the positive side, and let's not start running off at the mouth about other shit. But that's going to be a video for another day.
Thanks, little puppy paws.
Right now, if I'm begging you guys, if anybody has seen Emmarae, I'm going to post my pictures in another, you know, ad. Just please do what you can to get her home. If anybody knows anything or know her where.
Yeah, let me get rid of this person. See you later, Margaret. Good. So you're already blocked. Good for you.
Whereabouts, please just reach out to me. If you want to be kept private, you can do that also. Just call me and talk to me, and you know, we could keep it between us. But you know, my heart breaks for her, and I'm worried sick about her. My whole family is just, we're devastated over this. So just please, you know, do what you can. Keep reposting stuff. I'm checking a bunch of leads now that, again, always looks promising, but you know, you never know what you're going to turn up. So just keep your eyes out, guys. Keep reposting my stuff, and I appreciate the support of the community. You guys have come forward with, you know, offering to help. You guys are handing out flyers for me. I have people literally knocking on doors for me. Like, you know, the support has been amazing, and that's the kind of stuff that we need to find her, because the more the community steps up, the more people come forward, and the more chances of finding her. So, I mean, I appreciate it. I have strangers reaching out to me, asking to come out and help look for her, asking me where they can go. Like, that's the kind of support that I need. And it also makes me realize that, you know, as messed up as this world is, there's still a lot of good people out there. And I appreciate the support. So, thank you.
All right. There's another one coming up. I didn't pause it quick enough.
Good morning, guys. Today is day 20. Just to clarify, Emmarae has not been found. She is still missing. I know there's a lot of confusion with that out there, that she's been found, but she has not been found. Emmarae is still missing. It's been 20 days. That being said, I woke up this morning, and I was out until about 4:30 in the morning looking for her, and turned up nothing. I woke up around 7, 8 o'clock, felt like I was gonna die, and I wanted to give up. And what kept me moving forward was all the social media posts from all you guys, pushing me forward, you know, asking me what you guys can do to help, giving me positive thoughts, prayers, things like that.
He also has an underscore on his name too, the same name but with an underscore.
So I think the easiest thing for me to do is to make this video rather than trying to answer everybody's posts. I have over 800 texts coming in every day, and I try to get back to a lot of people, but I can't keep up with it. And I still need those messages to come in. One, it keeps me positive. Two, if there's information I have to sift through to give to the PD or myself, it's important. So please keep.
Yeah, no, it is frustrating, George, but we don't need you around anymore. Yes, it is frustrating in here. I'm at a third of the nightly goal, something that should be very simple with... So why don't you guys help support the channel to counter the troll that just came in here? All right, would you be able to do that at least? Maybe we can do that.
Keep flooding me with those texts and stuff, but if I don't get back to you, do not take offense to it. So I'm making this video now because my phone this morning was blowing up from you guys asking what everybody can do to help. So what I need...
No, it's an adult that plays video games.
...is boots on the ground, and I need it from everybody in about 50 states. This is not just a New York thing at this point. You know, Florida, Virginia, down south, upstate New York, Texas, I need everybody getting involved, everybody sharing these posts. Follow me, whatever you got to do. Repost my stuff. I need people to look around. I have tons of people texting me and calling me saying, hey man, I had the day off. I spent the day driving around looking for your daughter, things like that. This is stuff that I absolutely need help with, as I can't be everywhere. I mean, heck, if Donald Trump can hear me, man, I need your help. So people ask me, what can they do? Make up flyers, go into your local convenience stores, pass them out, ask if she's been seen. Just easy kind of detective work, running around town, driving around, see if you spot her. Shirley, Mastic, Bellport, South Shore, Long Island, Queens, Brooklyn. I need everybody on this, upstate New York and across the 50 states. She could be anywhere at this point. We are doing a lot of detective work here, and the cops are also doing a great job. But again, social media is a very powerful thing, and if everybody can pull together, we're going to find my daughter. So if anybody's asking me what they can do, this is how you can help. You know, I need boots on the ground. I need people looking around, going into hotels, talking to people at the desk. Hey, have you seen this girl? Things like that. That's the stuff that's going to bring her home. Sharing my posts across the country, that's going to get my daughter home. So again, I wanted to just clarify this, because there's so much confusion and so many people texting me asking how they can help and things like that. So I'm trying to just present this to you as a leader and ask for the public's help for this. I need people everywhere.
The name that he came up with earlier does live in Long Island. But if we could just get $11 more, we'll get to 40%, you guys. That'd be great.
To pull together to find my little girl. She is 14. She's been missing for 20 days. She's off her medication, and she's probably in danger at this point. So anything you can do to help would be greatly appreciated. Prayer warriors, you guys want to pray? Pray. I need prayers at this point. I also need people actively looking on the ground for her, driving around, doing their part if they can. I'm not asking you to do it if you can't, but a lot of people want to step up today. It's a Saturday. Hey, I got my kids with me. I want to drive around. What can I do? This is what you guys can do to help. If you see Emma, please call 911 immediately. If you have to follow her, follow her. You can call me, 631-294-0265. Again, guys, thank you for the support. Please share this countrywide, please, across the entire country. I need help finding my daughter. She could be anywhere. And I appreciate your time. Thank you, guys. Good morning, guys. Today is day 21. Still no sign of Emmarae. We were out late last night till about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, dealing with some crazy stuff that we're getting ourselves into looking for her. But at the end of the day, we still don't have my baby girl. A lot of people ask me about Emmarae's background, and there's a little bit of confusion about that, and I really don't want to get into it too much, but she's a beautiful, smart little girl that's had some trouble throughout her life.
Hey, thanks, Karen and Chasing. Yeah, this is a crazy one. Haven't seen you forever. How's it going?
A lot of trauma that she's hurting from inside. And, as much as I've been trying to get her help and do what I need to do as a dad, she still manages sometimes to run away from her problems, and, she can't cope with the noises in her head. That being said, she's never really been out of my sight more than, if she has done this a handful of times, it's been a day or two, she's always called and reached out to me. And recently, she's been doing amazing. There's been zero sign of this. So like I said, I do believe that she wasn't intended on leaving. I feel that she might have went outside my driveway to get something and was pulled inside the car against her will. And I still strongly believe that she is being held against her will as we speak. So the pressure is on for me as a dad to find her and help her. And the detective squad, the 5th precinct, they're all doing a great job, even though, I call them every 3 minutes.
Well, my puppies are doing good today. I don't have them on camera. Let me just rewind a little bit and I'll try to fix that thing. Hold on.
she can't cope with the noises in her head. That being said, she's never really been out of my sight more than, if she has done this a handful of times, it's been a day or two, she's always called and reached out to me. And recently, she's been doing amazing. There's been zero sign of this. So like I said, I do believe that she wasn't intended on leaving. I feel that she might have went outside my driveway to get something and was pulled inside the car against her will. And I still strongly believe that she is being held against her will as we speak. So the pressure is on for me as a dad to find her and help her. And the detective squad and the 5th precinct, they're all doing a great job, even though, I call them every 3 minutes with new leads and things like that. But I think as a joint effort, that's what's going to bring my little girl home. Also, you guys posting this across the country is what's going to help bring her home too, because, like I said yesterday, I don't even know if she's still in Long Island. There's been zero signs of her for 19 days now. No one's seen her. Today is day 21, by the way, and she's still missing. As a dad, I find it hard to just continue my life. I wake up every day and feel defeated. I'm on 3 hours sleep, and every day I want to quit. Every day I want to quit. But I just know she needs me. She's out there somewhere, and she needs her dad. So the search continues every day. Leads from you guys help. And just keep reposting my stuff, share it across the country, share it wherever you have to share it. But hashtag bring Emmarae home. Okay? Let's get my little girl home. Thank you guys.
I went out to try to get the dog camera working. Let's see if it works. Ah, look at that. There they are. There's Clancy right there. The short-haired. I like the dad. I think the dad is pretty cool. He's like, I don't know what the genesis of his tattoos. Obviously, that one on his neck isn't the greatest one in the world. The one, but so what? I wear my stupid Under Armour hat on my head. Now, so we've got Clancy right here, and then Benny's long-haired Chihuahua with his tail sticking up right there for some reason. I don't know what he's doing over there, but. Clancy, he's so friendly, but man, he'll just pee anywhere. It's crazy. They were pad trained, but now they're kind of going nuts. Anyways, I did that for Karen. He's always wanting to look at them. Yeah, I got Blue. I got Blue down here in the corner. Can't ever forget him. He was awesome. Yeah, you probably did. Well, I was just quickly doing the dogs. But anyways, people wanted to see him. Yeah, so it turns out that if we go to Google Earth right here, they lived right here, or, they live here. And she went outside to say she was getting something from the truck. Maybe that's even the truck right there. And instead she got into a car. But she had just, prior to that, had asked for when dinner was, etc. Hey, when are we eating? When are we eating? And then she goes outside and gets in a different vehicle. I think it was a blue vehicle. And then, who the hell knows where she went? But the father seemed to mention a particular name of somebody that kind of lives in the area that had been DMing. Yeah, I think I have a whole bunch. Yeah, I've got a ton more stuff to go over on here. I just switched over to that. I was just looking up a bunch of stuff on a website. So I'm going to keep going. Yeah, so I'm just going through these various articles that we have here. Hey, thanks, Alex. I couldn't see very good. Alex, Lisa Valenzuela, and for the coffees. It's now been 10 days since 14-year-old Emmarae Gervasi stepped out. I do these in order, so this is back on the 19th. Stepped out of her Patchogue home barefoot and disappeared on a rainy Monday evening. The case of the missing teen continues to drain on the emotions of her friends and family who search for her grows seemingly desperate by the hour. A family friend mentioned an arrest over the weekend that may be related to Emmarae's disappearance, but Suffolk police have only said that the girl remains missing. Frank Gervasi, who has posted a $15,000 reward for his daughter's safe return home, continues to spread the word about his missing daughter on social media. I haven't responded to anyone's DM. I apologize. I am busy. Yeah, you might not even get the one I sent. Looking for my daughter. Please repost her photos as much as possible. Thank you. We are still looking for Emma. Gervasi and other relatives and friends have also been hitting the pavement, checking local motels and hotels. Maybe she was trafficked. This could be like a perfect trafficking scenario here. The Facebook page, Gabby, Find the Missing, shared news of Emmarae's missing persons case to its broad base of 205,000 followers. Find the Missing. She has a tattoo on the back of her neck, 222. Oh, that's interesting because her dad has 666 in the front of his. And on one of her arms of a rose reads a post on the Gabby. So I guess on the Gabby? Let's see. And on one of her arms of a rose, okay, reads a post on the Gabby. Find the Missing page. So it's Gabby, Find the Missing page, which was created by the family of Gabby Petito. Oh, is that who that is? Okay. A young Blue Point woman who went missing in August 2021 and was ultimately found murdered by the boyfriend she was traveling with. Suffolk County Police have confirmed that Emmarae has been missing since 5 p.m. on Monday. She was last seen on Terrell Street in East Patchogue going into a blue Honda, family said. Emmarae is 5'4" and weighs 140 pounds. She has black hair and brown eyes. Teen went missing before in May while staying at Newport Academy, a residential teen treatment center in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Went missing for 3 days before authorities found her safe. Her family said she ran away from the facility. Who are they talking about now? Is that somebody else? Or? Additionally, her family said that in May while staying at... Is this talking about her? Additionally, her family said that in recent months, Emmarae has been very happy and excited for the upcoming holidays, which has heightened her family fear for her safety. Let's see. In May, while staying at Newport Academy, a residential teen treatment center in St. Cloud, Minnesota, went missing for 3 days before authorities found her safe. Is this her? Oh, look at that. That is her. That's May 6, 2024. Missing 14-year-old St. Cloud girl found safe. This is another article from May 6th. A St. Cloud girl sparked an endangered missing person alert on Sunday has been found safe. So it's interesting how that's similar to this one, but that one she was found in. The St. Cloud Police Department announced Monday afternoon that Emmarae Gervasi 14 had been found safe. An alert, so maybe somebody saw that and thought, oh, she's found safe, but didn't read the date. You know what I mean? They just typed her name and it went, oh, look, she was found. Yeah. There's a poster, I haven't showed it yet. The St. Cloud Police Department announced Monday afternoon that Emmarae Gervasi, 14, had been found safe. An alert has been issued to find her on Sunday after she was last seen leaving the area of the 1700 block of 7th Avenue. So where is this, though? This is like, that's not even in the same state. The details provided in the story are based on law enforcement's latest version of events. So that's when they lived in Minnesota, I guess. And then she goes missing really, like, again, 6 months later. Kind of does sort of add more to, like, her leaving, maybe perhaps willingly at first, but then it turned into something worse. Oh, they did? Why'd they transfer her there? Where does it say that? I haven't done the mom's interview yet, so. Anyways, let me just get through what I've got here. So, Long Island, the father of a Long Island teenager who on Monday night will be missing for 2 weeks in a case that has been highlighted across the U.S., pleaded with the community on social media to share her photo in hopes it will bring her back for Christmas. 14 days, and my baby's still missing, Frank Gervasi wrote on Facebook on Monday morning. Please repost and help bring Emmarae home for Christmas. His daughter Emma, 14, left the family's home in Patchogue with no coat and got into an unknown car on December 9th. She has not been seen nor heard from since. I wonder if the person that she was with when she left for 3 days somehow found her again or something. I don't know. Told Patch that there have been no new leads in her case and that he's been out looking for her day and night. I want Emma to know that I love her and she can come home, he said. We are all here for her. I will never stop looking for her. If it's the last thing I do, I will find her, and whoever has her, Gervasi says he believes someone has his daughter because it is unlike her to stay away from home so long. Whoever harms my baby will pay the price, he said. He shared a photo of Emma smiling, saying that it was taken at dinner the night before she went missing. My beautiful little girl has the best smile, he said. Emma has brown hair and eyes, stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, and weighs about 140 pounds. She has been known to frequent Patchogue, Bellport, and Mastic. A Suffolk police spokeswoman on Friday said the 5th squad of detectives in Patchogue are continuing to investigate her disappearance. Emma's case was first highlighted on the website of the National Center for Missing Exploited Children. That's one of our big charities that we give money to. We give them, God, I don't know, 22, 23,000. A Suffolk police spokesman said Gervasi's profile was added to the center's site as a matter of routine. A $15,000 reward is being offered for her safe return. Frank Gervasi is asking anyone with information about her whereabouts to call 631-294-0265. You can also call the Crime Stoppers at 1-800-220-TIPS.
14-year-old daughter Emmarae was last seen on December 9th getting into a car outside her home. Since then, Gervasi has searched tirelessly in hopes of finding her.
It's been 19 days today, and feels like 100, but it's been 19 days, and I'm super depressed over it. It's absolutely depressing, and it's tearing us apart.
Yeah, I mean, missing persons cases are the absolute worst on everybody.
I'm trying to get the word out as much as I can to get her home. And if she's watching this, please just come home. Emma, I love you very much. And you're not in any trouble, just come home.
Yeah. All right, so there was that one. Then I think we skipped down to, this is the mother, this long interview that I found. So maybe we'll get some some sort of insight into this. All right. Should we try to have AI read it? Let's see if it works.
Heartbroken mother speaks out on Patchogue teen's disappearance. Emmarae went missing on December 9, according to Suffolk.
Forget it. I'm not sure why it skipped that part. The Christmas tree in Melissa Dervy's living room still stands decorated and lit, but the festive cheer it once promised is painfully absent. The only gift Dervy wanted this year was to have her missing teenage daughter Emmarae home, to hug her and let her know it's all going to be okay. Emmarae Gervasi, 14, has been missing for 3 weeks, and for her heartbroken mother, each day feels heavier than the last. And it says Emma is a daughter and granddaughter, a sister, a cousin, and a friend. The Melville mother said tearfully, standing near the tree that saw no presents this holiday season. She is loved by so many people in this family and this community. Emmarae went missing on December 9th, according to Suffolk County police detectives investigating her disappearance. This is on GreaterLongIsland.com. And it was written by Brian Harmon and written today. I'm not sure if this is the interview you have. Is this one you're talking about? Emma went missing on December 9th, according to Suffolk County police detectives investigating her disappearance. Specifically, her father said she walked out of his Patchogue home barefoot and without a jacket about 5 p.m. to retrieve some. Wow, so she went out barefoot. So that doesn't sound like she intentionally left. So she went outside barefoot without a jacket to retrieve something from a truck in the driveway, but ended up entering a blue Honda that drove away. So maybe somebody showed up and had a gun or something. Much of the attention over Emmarae's disappearance has been fueled by her father Frank's social media posts, which have documented his relentless independent search for her. In posts that have sparked both sympathy and derision, Frank Gervasi has threatened to harm anyone who may be holding her. Dervy, who divorced Gervasi in 2014, has meanwhile opted for a prudent approach. So now they're trying to diss the guy. She has stayed in the background, relying on law enforcement and quiet hope to bring her daughter home. See, this guy is a little bit like Gonzalez, right? I mean, sort of a hothead, let's get going here. Come on, Steve Gonzalez, right? That's what this guy's like. But wouldn't you rather have a parent like that than one that just sort of sits around and does nothing? I would. I can tell you that. Yeah, we were just talking about how she went missing before. Yeah, I'm sure she talks to people online. Her father, in one of the interviews that I just played earlier, said that her father, her father said that there's this guy that's like in his 20s or maybe 30s that's been talking to her on social media, DMing her when she's like 13 or 14, and this guy's much older. I actually found his name and everything. I sent it off to the dad, Hey, thanks, Luke Stedman. Indulge me with the dancing taco. I don't know. Is it going to be there? Oh, I think it just turned off. I don't know if it was the dancing taco, though. Oh, well. I'll have it on the rest of the show. See if somebody else wants to do it. Okay, much of the attention over Emmarae's disappearance has been fueled by her father. Okay, we already did that. She wants to do a prudent approach, relying on law enforcement and quiet hope to bring her daughter home, even as her fears grew about what might have happened. As parents, we instinctively want to help our children when they're in times of need. Dervy, 48, a special education teacher, told Greater Long Island. I can't protect her right now, and it's heartbreaking to say the least. I am relying on others to locate my daughter and bring her back to safety. Okay, there's your taco stomp. All right, there it is. I kind of missed that taco stomp myself.
Second try. Here you go, Luke.
Thanks for helping Luke out, Nikki. Napping has become her refuge. I mean, the thing is like I always tell people, missing person cases are so horrendous. I mean, just think about, like, for any of you have had a child that's been, you can't find him for 5 minutes. I mean, I can just tell you with my pets, I'm totally panicking. And then, God, you get to relax. But when somebody's missing and there isn't that relaxing point, it's just the rest of your life you are stressed out. I can't imagine that not taking many years off of somebody's life. Huh? I'm not sure what happened to that true crime lover person up there. Let's see. Dervais. Okay, napping has become her refuge. Sleep gives her fleeting reprieve from reality, she said. Yeah, I could see that. When you're asleep, you don't have to sit there and just... That's when she comes to me. Emma's right here, Dervais said, softly pointing to the side of her head. The other night, it was so vivid. She came into my room, and she was all dirty. She said, I need to take a shower. I said, okay, go ahead and come back here, and we'll snuggle. That was just a dream. I remember feeling her and smiling and smelling her. It wasn't a dream. It was like a vision, she continued. And then I woke up, and she wasn't there. You guys ever have a dream? I've had this before where I'm dreaming, and in the dream I'm dreaming. So I have to wake up twice. Like I've actually been in the dream, and I had to wake up from that dream, and then I'm like, okay, this is real, but then that wasn't real, and then I come back out into the real. So do we really know where we're at any time? Oh, how come they got blocked? What did True? I wasn't watching what they were saying, but you guys know what the hell's going on up there. Oh, troll. Okay. Sounds good. I bet none of you have had that multi-layered dreams. It's pretty weird. I remember seeing, feeling her and smelling her. It wasn't a dream. It was like a vision. She continued. And then I woke up and she wasn't there. It was so real. The pain I felt when I woke up, right, and realized it was a dream was unbearable. Yeah, exactly. And like if anybody out there, if you've had somebody pass away, like when my brother passed away, I had dreams where he shows up and I'm like, oh God, man, I thought you were dead. You know, like you know, and you're just so happy and everything's cool again, and then you wake up and it's just like you lost him again. It's the worst shit ever. It sucks. Dervais describes her, Emma, as a kind and friendly soul, the type of child who would go up to someone in the store and compliment them on their shirt. She recalls how her daughter's eyes would light up whenever she talked about the dreams and ambitions. Emmarae is also a talented athlete, her mom said. In 4th grade, she was recruited to play youth flag football with the boys. Other girls quickly followed, and soon Emmarae was the quarterback of a new girls' flag football team. That was definitely a very proud moment, said Dervais, who grew up in Melville and graduated from St. Anthony's High School. Now Dervais' happy memories are clouded by the troubles Emmarae had endured during her adolescence, a journey marked by pain, confusion, and a struggle with addiction. So even at that young age, man, Emmarae excelled early in life, matriculating from Half Hollow Hills Sunquam Elementary School and earning A's during her first year of middle school, Gervais said. But as her life progressed, a personal traumatic event led to her spiral, resulting in significant behavioral changes and struggles. What do you think she was attacked by somebody? I mean, I don't know what that personal event is. The teen has been treated at Outreach, a residential addiction treatment. I mean, maybe it was something where she overdosed and barely got out of it. You know, something like that. So the personal traumatic event, maybe she almost died or something like that. It was in May of this year, Zozo. The teen has been treated at Outreach and Residential Addiction Treatment Center in Brentwood and Sagamore Children's Psychiatric Center in Dix Hills, among other facilities. Emmarae's journey has been marked by profound pain and confusion, and according to her family, she was eventually targeted by exploitive individuals. Wow, so, you know, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And interestingly, her father mentioned a name that we looked up, and a guy named Carlos, who was apparently messaging her and is much older, and she was 13 and 14 while he was messaging. Could that be connected? Now I'm gonna go look at that thing again. Hold on a second. I just thought of something. Nah, actually, that's not gonna help. I'm gonna try to find, if I could find the guy. He's got a kind of a common name, so I'll have to spend some time looking up the name on Ben Verified to try to find the particular person. And then, wouldn't it be interesting if he had the same color car that was seen driving away? Gervais said her daughter appeared to be doing well at, let me see. Emmarae's journey has been marked by profound pain and confusion, and according to her family, she was eventually targeted by exploitive individuals who manipulated her into using drugs. One of and then maybe that was for sexual reasons. That's why he's saying exploitive. One of Frank Gervasi's immediate fears over his daughter's disappearance was that this exploitation might be happening again. There you go. I think he might be onto something there. Gervais said her daughter appeared to be doing well at Sagamore this spring before county authorities abruptly transferred her 1,300 miles away to Newport Academy Treatment Center in Duluth, Minnesota. Just 2 days after arriving, Emmarae ran away from the facility and was reported missing in the media. Let's see, hold on. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let me read that last sentence. Emmarae ran away from the facility. Yeah, so we just showed the article that was in the paper a minute ago. When police found her, she allegedly assaulted an officer, which landed her in a juvenile detention center. But you know, sometimes that assaulting an officer is this really minor thing. Where she remained until September. Afterward, she returned to Long Island to live with her father in Patchogue. During this time, Melissa Gervais did not see her daughter. In fact, the last 8 months, she only saw Emmarae briefly over Thanksgiving. That short visit inside the kitchen of Gervais' Melville home was the last time Emmarae was in her mom's presence. I mean, why was it just a short amount of time in a kitchen? I don't get it. When she came into the home on Thanksgiving. It was a surreal experience being able to see her face after all those months, Gervais said. I was enveloped by her energy. My knees nearly buckled just to be able to enjoy her through all my senses. Seeing her in such close proximity and smelling her perfume, it was a fleeting moment that was gone as quickly as she came. The mom seems like she's sort of, I don't know what you call it, sort of spiritual, sort of, probably believes in crystals and crap like that, Things, that's what I would think. Because she already talked about, yeah, it's just a little strange. Yeah, seeing her in such close proximity and smelling her perfume, it was a fleeting moment that was gone as quickly as she came. While profoundly saddened, Gervais remained steadfast in her determination to shield her and Frank Gervasi's 2 sons, aged 16 and 17, from any potential harm related to, so I guess she has 2 older brothers, to Emmarae's disappearance. At the same time, she focuses on providing emotional support to the boys who live with her full time. Her support, I wonder how that worked out like that. Why the boys are with her and she's with the dad. Her support system is anchored by her mother, Karen, and her brother, Doug, both of whom have expressed profound love for Emmarae and deep concern over her prolonged disappearance. 2 days before Christmas, Karen Gervais sat and asked God for a sign, a reason to hope for her granddaughter's safe return home. Come on, you guys. Where's that reading fee, you guys? Let's go. Come on. Let's help support the channel. Where are we at? We are at, we're still only at 60% of a goal. Can we do it? I mean, I'm reading this so well, you guys. Let's see. I don't usually make deals with God, but I just said, if I see a deer today, it's going to be a good sign, she explained. So I looked out of my bedroom window where I usually see deer, and there were no deer. I went into Emma's bedroom and looked out her window, and there were 3 deer on the front lawn staring at me. See what I mean? The days of uncertainty regarding his niece are particularly unsettling for, let me read that again. I don't usually make deals with God. That's the mom, right? It's going to be a good sign. If I see a deer, it's going to be a good sign, as she saw 3. The days of uncertainty regarding his niece are particularly unsettling for Melissa Gervais' brother, Doug. I work in a bakery, and I serve ice cream to children. I look at them, and I think of Emma. I see Emma's face in each of theirs, he said. That girl's very special to me, and I want the world to know how much she is loved and how agonizing this is for our family. Amid the heartbreak and unease, Melissa Gervais has clung to a singular wish this holiday season. So I guess not, you guys. I just want to be able to hold her in my arms, to hug her, and let her know it's all going to be okay. She said tearfully, standing in front of a Christmas tree that saw no presents this year. I want her to tell that we're going, I don't know if that's the right sentence. I want her to tell that we're going to get her the help she needs and that she can be a kid again. Gervais' plea to the public is simple. If anyone knows anything or sees her, please reach out to law enforcement. I just want her to come home. Yeah, here's a picture of her right there. And here's like a missing person poster for DM if you're out there. Age 14, date of birth 2/26/10. Female, white, Brown hair, 5'4", 140 pounds. She was last seen wearing black stretch pants and black shirt. Missing from Tyrrell Street in Patchogue. Missing since December 9th, 2024. The missing child was last seen on December 9th, 2024 at approximately 5 p.m. in the area of Tyrrell Street. Anyone with information is asked to contact the 5th Precinct Suffolk County Police Department at 631-854-8500 or Frank Gervasi at 631-294-0265. Here, I'm going to look at the site one more time. I don't know how old the guy is, though. It says he lives in Long Island. Long Island, New York. Man, not one person on my reading. Unreal. Yeah, so there's a couple of these guys. I'm just going to try to find him. I can't tell how old he was. Could be like 25. Maybe that's him. Let's see. I don't know. It's got like a robot on Instagram, but that's not his. Let me try this one. I'm just going to keep trying these. Yeah, that one has no social media. $30 sounds about right. That guy kind of looks about 30 in that picture. That doesn't look like him. Let me see. On Facebook, what does he look like? No. I'll try the 33-year-old one. Yeah, thanks Sandy and Karen and Alex for the last coffees. And thanks, Sandy. That was a very... I can buy a bucket of coffee with that one. That was nice. Thanks, Chasing. I'm looking on the site. It's kind of, I know it's kind of boring for you guys, but I don't, a lot of this stuff, it's private information for other random people that happen to have the same name. But if I stumble upon the right one, yeah, that's all it was worth. I was that shitty, Chasing? My God, man, that's... Let's see. Yep, that guy had no social medias. Now let's go on to the 37-year-old one. Will that person have it? See, that guy sort of looks like, kind of, but not really. Yeah, none of the names are similar. So let me go to the next one that's 37. Good night, Chasing. Hey, good to see you again. So this guy kind of looks like him. Social media. No. Alright. Now let's go to the... Do you think that guy could be 40? That seems unlikely. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of people with that name. It just, I can't find the particular one. But it said in that one screenshot that we were looking at, or let's look at that again. Yeah, right here. See, this is the screenshot. It has all these names. So there's the sick cheddar, and there's actually an SICC cheddar. We should probably try that one. No, it's the same. It's just all together, I guess. But there's a Cash App, Instagram. These are all, the sites that some of these types use, right? Snapchat. There's a Roblox right there. That's the game. Fortnite, right? All these games, Roblox and Fortnite, are the ones that people use to communicate with kids. How many adults are on Roblox? I think that's the, I forgot the name of that game, but that might even be the name of the game. But there's and Fortnite. Do any, like, how old are people that play Fortnite? Yeah, I think they're real, yeah. Because they're the same. I actually, on this thing I just looked at a minute ago, it's the similar looking pictures in various places. But yeah, you know what? I mean, that is a good point. I mean, it's just like Keegan Kline, right? And he used an Anthony Schatz profile. It wasn't him, so maybe the actual Cortez guy looks like a monster. Good night, Karen, and thank you for the channel support. Thanks, everybody, by the way. Appreciate it. Really, Deborah? Yeah, well, that's what's sick about it, right? Because those people are all looking to communicate with little kids. Instagram, Snapchat, and, Cash App. It's interesting. So this is similar, though, right? Well, this one, they know that she got into a car. That's the thing. That she got into a car. It isn't like she just vanished into thin air. They have that information. So, what do you guys think? Haven't seen in a while. Oh, Sam. I mean, it makes you think that she might have ran away again because she ran away in May, but then she goes outside with no shoes on or anything, just kind of like, oh, I got to get something out of the car, and then gets in, and then this car, it's almost like, how did that happen, though? Because there's a gate here. And this is July this year, right? So that means that gate's there. So did the car, if she went out to get something out of the truck, then how to come she went over the gate to get into a car to go somewhere? Yeah, Snapchat, that's one of the worst ones that there is, because everything disappears. Ah, that's crazy, Deborah. Snapchat is scary. Parents should be aware and tell their kids to turn on ghost mode. They should just not use it. That's what I think. I mean, you shouldn't, like, people communicate on Snapchat, and there's something sort of inherently wrong when everything's immediately hidden. That means you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing, or I know, you guys. Lisa Valenzuela and Sandy Shirley made it a decent night in the coffee world, along with Karen and some others. All right. So what do you got? What else? Anything else out there on this case? I'm gonna see if I can, maybe see what we can get from the dad. Can maybe communicate with him somehow.
I can't get your PayPal link in this video description to work. Confused face. Interesting show tonight.
Can't we just go like this? Let's see. What happens if we just type in PayPal? Like that. Yeah, there you go. Try that link right there, Bianca. Yeah, thank you. That link right there might work. Not sure why the one in the description doesn't, but maybe try that one. I mean, if you want, I'm not sure if you were still asking for one that worked or. Yeah. I mean, both these cases tonight are, ones that you have information, but not a ton of information. The first one we talked about was Roy Whited. And in the Roy Whited case, I guess we could just recap both of them. Let me put hold on. Emmarae. I want to make a folder, put it right there, and then put. Needs to go up another level. Right there, right there. This is the Terrific Mods fingers.
We're working overtime tonight, lol.
Yeah, a lot of crazy trolls in here tonight. It's weird how they don't show up on some nights, but then they show up, who the hell knows why or what the rhyme or reason is for those guys. What's weird is that they think of me so much. It's weird. Strange people out there. All right, so we'll do the quick breakdown of both of these cases. So in the Roy Whited case, he's a beloved figure in the community, a basketball coach, the town pastor, all kinds. And he owns a real estate business. But it seems like he is maybe possibly separated or something from his wife, because he and his wife had this address here. However, he's staying in this house that's owned by like a friend of his. And then a surveillance camera right here picked up his vehicle driving this way and then pulling in because a bee set off the motion detector just in time, or you never even would have seen him come home. And then later he's walking probably this direction, and somebody talked to him for a couple minutes, and he just disappeared off the face of the earth. All right? And that's it. That's all I got on that one. Thank you, Tracy Harrison Sass. All right, so you got that one. And then in Emmarae's case, in Long Island over here, she called her dad just moments before and said, "Hey, Dad, when are you coming home? I'm hungry." And he heads on home, but apparently at one point she has her shoes off, her jacket off, goes outside to get something out of the truck, out of the driveway, and then is seen getting into, I think it's like a green or what is it, blue car or something. And she's just gone. Now, we know that in May of the same year, I guess apparently she was in sort of a rehab facility for kids and then was transferred 1,200 miles away, which is interesting because what was the reason for that type of a transfer? Were there people that were trying to communicate with her and still trying to access her while she was in there? And so then they said, the only way we can do this, we got to get her away from all these people. And then they send her way over there. And then she tries to escape like she wants to be perhaps with those people again. And then she, you know, so it's sort of interesting. I need to know how much reach Google 911 there is an emergency. Huh? Yeah, so the thing is, look at it like that. She was, I think the reason that you would move somebody 1,200 miles away is that somebody in the local area is trying to influence her still. So then she was transferred. And then after she got there, she probably wanted to be with that person that was trying to interfere with her, and then left and was gone for 3 days and then found again. Then eventually she was transferred back. And then did this person get back into her life again when she got back to New York? See, isn't that weird how if you just take the elements that do exist, you can come up with a theory that's somewhat rational and, you know, reasonable on that. So is it, so when she's in the house and she's talking to the dad, like somebody astutely mentioned earlier, was she just trying to figure out when the dad was coming home and then said, okay, pull up outside. I'll make it look like I'm going outside to get something, and I'll get in the car, and maybe there's already been shoes and all these other things given to that person, and they took off. But then the person maybe turned out to be a nefarious actor. She just didn't know it at the time. And she was being exploited. And she didn't really realize it herself. How about that for a theory? How about that? Yeah, exactly, Tracy. Get them the hell away. Thank you, Michael Kishel. Thanks for a great show yet again. Thanks, Tracy Harrison and Karen and everybody. Get them. That does make sense. It does kind of make sense, doesn't it? Hey, but check it out, you guys. This we just had that little late rally. We are currently, let's see. What would that be? Well, I was going to say we're 40 away from me giving away 5 memberships. But it's okay. I mean, I appreciate you guys. We at least had a good effort tonight, where yesterday was just, whew, wow, crazy. How come it's frozen again on here? Is this not working? Oh, boy. Yep, there goes that chat. Just went out again, but there, now I'm back on. So I think that is probably going to, and it's interesting how the father mentions that one person, this adult that's communicating with their 13 or 14-year-old child. And was she like constantly putting herself, you know, using social media? I would guess this, that every single child that's on these programs and apps has been exposed to predators at some point, that they've tried to communicate with them. I wouldn't be shocked at all. What is it, Lisa? Where are they? Lisa Valenzuela's got a pretty good troll detector. I think I'm pretty good myself. Yeah. Who? Richard Watts. Who are you talking about? Oh, thanks to Maureen on PayPal. Thank you. I would go to the local police department or sheriff's department. They can make calls. I mean, it does feel good to do these other cases, you guys. I mean, it's like you're actually discussing real life cases that are happening right now and can try to help get the information out there. I think there's a possibility that these are all connected. Her trying to get out in May and this situation right here. Or related, could even be related just sort of loosely, like it's a similar situation. Maybe when she was in, was it Minnesota, is that what they said? That she sort of got out of it a little bit and then came back, and then something got her back into a situation where now she's being exploited again by somebody else. But could even be the same person, though. That's the thing. Because the dad said, you're messaging 13 and 14-year-old, like almost as if he'd been messaging his daughter for a long time, even when she was 13. Yeah, they always do, Tracy. All right, guys. Well, I don't have much more to offer tonight. Do you guys have any... Want to go back, look at the dogs for a few minutes? There was Clancy just giving us a stare down. Did you guys see that? Oh, boy. Clancy's a handful, man, I tell you. You see that pink bear claw pillow over there earlier? Earlier, he peed on a mat. Then he walks over there, gets on the pillow, and I see him lift his leg up. And he pees right on the little thing. I'm like, what are you doing? What's he chewing on? That doesn't look like something he's supposed to be eating. Should I go try to figure out what that is? Yeah, I wasn't sure what he was eating. It was like this little strip of, I don't know, some leather or something. A toy, though. But at least he lets you grab his mouth and open it. Benny's just so shy. He runs away a lot of times. Belly bands? Not sure what that means. All right, well, thank you to Sandy Shirley. Really appreciate it. We've got Maureen on PayPal. Then we've got Karen, Alex, and Karen, very kind. And all of them. Alex, and then Lisa Valenzuela. It's kind of small writing. And I'm a DNA detective. And then Lacey Willis and Paulette, all with Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you. I'm not sure what Sam's doing. Yeah, he's chewing on some leather. I'm not sure. What do you mean? Who's being told? What are you talking about? Then we've got Plato, not Play-Doh, but Plato, like Socrates and Aristotle. And Nikki Zibbs, 24 months, finally got her star. And Herbert Landscaping, for all your landscaping needs in upstate New York. Chicken Wing, Allison. We got a lot of cases out of New York recently. Allison Faye, 28 months. Tracy Harrison Sass, 59 months. That's like, and Lisa Holland, 60. Aren't you? That's like the highest it's ever been, I think, right? Is there anybody that's longer than 60 months on there? That's crazy. And then Who's Your Mama, 21. I think Zozo was right around 60 or so, right? 60 months, that's 5 years. That's like before the pandemic even. What's going on in Georgia? Police stations in Georgia to contact. We can't call the police for you, so I'm not sure. Who are we talking about? I can't see anybody talking about anything. Who are you responding to, Lisa Valenzuela? Oh, Chick Crew, Linda House. No, I'm here because the police won't help me. I'm asking for advice. What would the FBI do? Police, Plato probably not gonna. What's your issue? I guess I don't see anything. Yeah, I wouldn't waste time being in here. Just call the police. All right. All right. Well, we can't help you more than the police could, so you'll just have to keep dialing. Dial 911. They'll answer. Trust me. No, dial 911. Trust me, it'll work. Just do it. They don't turn off 911, okay? Jesus. Got these. There's always these people that they try to turn the whole show into themselves, and they just keep talking. And you know, this is the last place in the world. Like, you're just going to show up to a place and go, "Oh, I'm having problems. Hey, I'm trying to call." Dial 911. Yeah, dial 911 in Ohio, and tell them what the situation is, and maybe they'll get a hold of Georgia for you. All right, you can do it. Trust me. Yeah. Yeah, what happened to Gummo? He used to be a member here, Gummo. Jeez. My God. Yeah, 60 months. Oh, Jessica Shoebox, 60 months. There you go. So anyways, you got Lisa Holland. Who's Your Mama? I haven't got down to there under the thing yet. Laura L. K. Me. Emily Ragusa. Oh, you just gifted a membership to that person. God. Can you believe that, Nikki? Wow. Emily Ragusa. Dickie D. Sarah Reesness. Michelle H. Michelle H. gifted a membership. Then Mark gifted a membership. Then Brown Eyed Girl. Da-da-da-da. And then Herbert Landscaping gifted 5. Then Tracy Harrison Sass. Sister. I'm a DNA detective. Can you believe that? Sister, new member. And then I'm a DNA detective, a new member. Then Little Puppy Paws, Plato, Chasing, Odysseus, Karen, Luke Stedman, Nikki Zubs, chasing again for my reading ability. Bianca, Tracy Harrison Sass, Michael Kishel, Jessica Shoebox, 60 months, and Nikki Zubs gifted a membership. All right. Cool, everybody. Well, we'll see you guys later. I'm not sure. I wish the camera was a little right where there. I'm not sure what he's looking at. That's where his pee pad is. He's doing something over there, though. Anyways, hope you guys found those interesting. We'll keep everybody updated on those. See if we can get more information. Maybe I'll try to get a hold of the dad in the Emmarae case. Alright. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you guys later. And, as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one
Merry Freakmas!
That is a Merry Freakmas
crime dissector, flag rejector, I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector.
Here's my nectar, Professor Gray is gonna give a little lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Full reflector, interceptor, and I mean a little spectre with a vector on his spectre, if I'm a spectre. Just remember, conjecture, I have no agenda, I'm a pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal a true offender.
Yeah, so I'll just get right back to God, what the hell happened there?
I don't know, Gray was just working into a crescendo.
Oh my God, that was awful.
Gosh, Gray, that isn't very nice. I tried my best.
Well, you sucked, Mary Lou. God, are you okay, Mary Lou? Jesus, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm fine. Good night, everybody.
Oh, God, you did it to me again. The poser cry. You know, obviously you weren't actually upset because you stopped the cry so quickly when I challenged you on it.
You got that right, Gray. Good night, everybody.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, Paulette said, oh my God, Mary Lou. Yeah, all right, see you.